I'm in here with another episode of Mental Health Mondays. I'm gonna let some more people file in the room. Got a cool, interesting topic I want to talk about. And it's pretty basic too tonight. It's really basic. It's not nothing crazy, but just something that I think sometimes we all forget and all overlook. I got another Mental Health Monday shirt on, And today's episode of Mental Health Mondays, I'm operating off of 3 different frequencies right here. I wish somebody could record this and see this, but nobody's here to record and see this right now. But I am going to touch on what's going on, the topic of just happiness. And I think at times we get so busy and so caught up with just our day-to-day lives and kids and working and paying bills and trying to make ends meet and trying to please others that we actually just forget about our happiness. And it's important. It's important. Not only is it important to remember your happiness, it's healthy. It's good for your health to be happy and not be stressed and worrying about this and worrying about that and trying to take care of this and trying to take care of that. Right? I think that even like during this time of the holiday seasons, I think a lot of us can get overwhelmed. A lot of us can be stressed. A lot of us can be just put under the financial burden of trying to take care of family and friends and your loved ones. And what you don't want to do is just during this time is put yourself so far behind to please other people just for this one day, which is, is the day Jesus was born. And I realized like last year I had so much toys and so many things me and my wife did for our kids that it was a lot of toys they didn't even play with. They could care less. So I try to narrow it down and get the things that I want them to have versus the things I think they should have. I'm not sure. My wife, she's pretty simple of what her requests are. I just want to take care of my nieces, right? All my nieces, and do some things probably for my brothers and my brothers' wives. And then I'm done. I don't want to prolong just out there spending and on these lines and waiting and doing this, that, and the third. When I think that you do what you could do, if they're not appreciative of it, your heart was in the right place. But just about being happy. I think that this weekend taught me something, or what I'm learning during these last couple of weeks, that usually something will happen in my life and I'll complain and whine about it. And I'm trying to eliminate the process of complaining over things that I know just are just things that you don't have to waste that much energy on being stressed out about, and just taking it with a grain of salt and being happy and moving forward. And my wife has seen that. She's like, in certain instances, she's like, you would be pissed off right now because that happened. Whether I was in a restaurant and the waiter took too long to bring the food, or you were in a restaurant and the food they brought you wasn't served to you the right way, or just being patient. I think patience, a lot of people lack patience. We live in an era where everything is now, and I want it quick, and I want it in 1 minute. And society nowadays has taught us that. But I think that being patient is just something that's just lost. It's just not something that's just not there anymore. And when you have kids, you got to be patient. When you have a spouse or a wife, you got to be patient. You got to be patient at the workplace with co-workers and supervisors. I just think that we're just impatient right now. And society just has everything where you could click on your phone and you could get the answers right then and there. What happened to just, if you couldn't get the answer right then and there and you had to wait 2-3 minutes, would you just be like so mad that it ruined your day? No. You just be like, you know what? Maybe it wasn't meant for me to have an answer to that right now. All right, prime example. I took my car to AutoZone and I was trying to get a diagnostics done on my car. And I could not find it. It was not under the pedal. It was not there. I Googled it. It was not there. And instead of just getting pissed off and impatient, I said, you know what? I'm going to try this again tomorrow. I'm going to take my son. I'm going to take him through the car wash, let him be happy, scare him a little bit. But I didn't let that ruin the vibe or the momentum. I had my son with me, so I didn't want him to be like, Daddy, why you so mad? What happened? You know? And I just think that a lot of people are just unhappy just with the basic things that the basics. I try to just be happy. As long as my wife is happy and my kids are cool and I can find me a cool TV show at the end of the night, I'm happy. Simple. I think everybody is just like, or a lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people are spoiled and they think happiness is trips to the Bahamas and this, that, and the third. We went out to eat with friends and family over the weekend for my wife's birthday. Nobody had a drink. Nobody smoked. It was a drug-free zone. We stayed there for a couple hours. We laughed. We joked. We had a good time. And it was the happiness is what I was appreciative for. You know, at the end, everybody was happy. Everybody made it home safe. I made it back home at 10:30 at night. Like if I left at 7 or 6 o'clock, I made it back home by 10:30. And everybody made it home that was there. It was no arguing. It was no gossiping. It was no nothing. Simple happiness, just joy. And I'm like, I think at times we lack that as people, just finding happiness in the simplest of things. I truly believe that the simplest things can bring you happiness, can bring you joy. Next time something happens in your life, take a moment, process what's going on, and instead of rushing to judgment, take a deep breath and be patient and just know, okay, maybe this didn't go the way it was supposed to go, but it doesn't have to ruin the moment. It doesn't have to ruin the day. I ordered a New York strip steak. Well done. I like my stuff burnt. My steak came out. It may have been medium rare. I promise you. It may have been medium rare. And I was like, I was gonna send it back. I cut through it. It was a little pink for my liking. I was like, everybody's having a good time. You know what? I'm gonna eat this steak. I'm not gonna let the things that, like the devil is always busy. The devil's always lurking. He's always trying to wiggle his way in. But you just gotta peep those scenarios and know when he's trying to have a seat at your table, and know, just being aware, self-aware, aware of just something trying to disturb your peace, disturb your happiness, trying to disturb your peace and your happiness. Today's the 13th, the 12th. Today's the 12th. And I'm not nowhere near finished Christmas shopping. I think I'm done with my kids. I'm not done with Chris and my niece Kyla and my nieces Tamia, Tiana, Brianna. But this week here, I'm gonna buy some simple things for them. Luckily, they're simple and they don't like things. They don't want the new PlayStation 5. They just want like maybe sneakers and game cards and stuff that's not really so expensive, so I can knock it out with a couple $100. But I'm learning that my peace and my happiness is everything, and I'm not gonna let people that don't deserve my time or just my energy to ruin that. So my lesson for the day is protect your peace. Don't block your happiness for somebody else's happiness. Make sure you're happy before everybody else is happy, and you'll get somewhere that way. Because I'm learning that now, and I'm just doing it now. Like I said, I gave you instances. I was out, the food didn't come the way I wanted it to come, but I ate anyway. Tonight I couldn't get the diagnostics that I wanted. I made Blake happy anyway, just me and Blake in the car. I made him happy anyway by taking him to get ice cream and taking him to the car wash. So don't let little things that are roadblocks or minor, tripping stones, if that's even a word, or minor setbacks, that's the right word, minor setbacks get in your way and mess up your mood and kill your whole vibe and kill your day. It's not worth it. It's not worth your energy. It's not worth your health. And usually on this part of the segment, I've seen some yellow hearts. Yellow hearts are just signs of appreciation. You could have been doing anything. You could have been getting your kids ready for school. You could have been cooking dinner. You could have been watching your favorite TV show. You could have been in the tub taking a bath. But you chose to spend this time rocking here with me, and for that, I'm forever appreciative. I see those yellow hearts. Mental Health Mondays is in honor of my son who battled mental health. I watched it firsthand, and he's no longer with us, so that's why I do this. I've been doing this over a year. I've been doing it now 15 months, going on 16 months. I just felt like through his story, I can reach somebody else and guide somebody else and help somebody else that might be going through anything. It doesn't necessarily mean, sometimes Mental Health Monday is just not always people that deal with mental health. Sometimes I just talk about the everyday struggle, the daily struggle, and we all go through things. And some of us suffer in silence. Some of us suppress it and push it down and then explode. And this is a part of the segment or a part of the page that is positive. It's always positive, but just something that's just different than the norm. And I know he's looking up and smiling down and just like, like Dad, I appreciate what you're doing. This isn't something that I never thought I would be doing, but I'm doing and I'm thriving and I love doing it. I thank you for the love. I see the hearts here. I thank you for the love. I thank you for just listening. I'm appreciative of it all. I'm going to go check on these kids. I thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of Mental Health Mondays. These are some weird times we're living in. And it's definitely have a lot of people on edge. But stay sharp, stay aware, stay focused, and know that the sky's the limit. Enjoy your night.